Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Nerds and a Podcast. It is the year of 2025. We have
Woo-hoo.
survived another whole year around the sun, and an actual whole year of the podcast.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
So we're just gonna kind of reflect on the year, both here on the podcast and in our lives. Go through some of our favorite memories. We had a lot happen on the podcast this year. Lots of exciting things. Obviously, we're looking forward to the next year. Do we want to start with some of our favorite episodes?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start.
Cool.
Okay, wait.
So,
I just
mhm.
had one. Oh, one of my favorite episodes I think that we did was our movie watching episode. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie was really good and I love creepy shit obviously. So that one and any of the creepy ones we do, like the
Yeah.
Appalachian one,
Yeah.
good, very good.
Yeah, I think was it this year that we had the cryptids episode, or was that last year?
That was last year.
Okay. I just Mothman is just what comes to mind. But yeah, I liked just in general that we kind of played with a lot of different format options for the
Oh, no, it
podcast.
was this year. Never mind. Sorry,
Was
it
it?
was this year.
Okay. Nice. It was like but it was like yeah, it
It was
was
in
back in March.
March. Mhm.
So, that one was a good one. I feel like that really kicked off the spookiness for us this year. But I really like that we've played with a lot of different format options for the podcast because obviously when we started the podcast, we were just doing just the basic podcast format, which is basically like a radio show situation. Um I do really like we did our Stranger Things episode, which was like more like traditional radio because we had the music in between.
Mhm.
Um and then we had our movie watching one, which if you haven't seen that, we're basically I kept in the clips from the actual movie so you can see what we're talking about as we're talking about it, which is really cool. So if you are not a fan of like scary movies, is probably the best way for you to watch it because we're talking the entire time and it's not the
Yeah.
whole thing. So
You can hide behind our voices.
yeah, and us like cracking jokes and stuff. We did another one I thought that was different formatted, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was just those two. And then obviously our traditional usual situation. And then we guest starred on the Ghost Head Nerd Talk podcast. And they do a traditional like video podcast. So we've done a lot of different types of podcast episodes this year, which is really fun. I love that our podcast is very much like my YouTube channel where we don't stick to anything in particular. Like we're always
No,
up
it's
for
all over the place.
trying. Yeah, it's all over the place. Like if somebody says, "Hey, you should do it that way," we're like, "Okay, bet we'll do it for one episode." And I'm excited. We have a lot of shows that we want to either potentially wrap up, like Stranger Things ends this year.
Mhm.
So expect some more music and podcast episodes. We are looking forward to which will be next week's episode, which is for Squid Game season 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh, I can't
So,
wait. This year for TV shows
oh
is
my
gonna
gosh,
slap.
yeah, it's gonna be so
I'm
good,
very
and
excited.
movies.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Which obviously we, you know, are gonna have to review this stuff when it comes out.
Absolutely. There's a lot happening this year, which I'm excited for. I also like this year that we had quite a few guests on our podcast other than
Mhm.
just Wyatt, which I mean we love Wyatt here, but it was cool to have other people that we don't know. Like we Darby found us through TikTok, through her doom scroll late at night, which is awesome. We can't wait to have her back on the podcast. I swear, anybody who has submitted an application to be on our podcast, I see you and I have you in a list. We just haven't gotten like far enough ahead in recording to like set a
Yeah.
date. So,
And then stuff keeps coming up and things keep
y-
coming out and
yeah.
we're like, "Oh, gotta do this one."
Yeah, so I swear if you have submitted one to be on the podcast, I'm trying to make it happen soonish, but bear with us because we'll just call you in randomly, so be prepared. Um but yeah, so we had Darby, and then of course Wyatt was back on the podcast for a couple of times, and then we had what's his name? His actual name is escaping me, but he is the voice
Oh,
of
Corey?
Barney. Corey.
Yes.
Yes, I was like, I know it. He shares a name with somebody. So yeah, it was really cool to have so many guests. And again, we guest on Ghost Head Nerd Talk podcast, which is such a mouthful to say every single time.
It is.
Um, but they had us on for their Beetlejuice episode, which Casey and I were very excited about. Um, and they're so much fun. So I'll make sure to link everybody's stuff who's been on our podcast. I'll link their stuff down below if they do any podcast, YouTube channel, all that jazz. Um, and I would like to say that my episode naming skills have not dwindled this year. Some of the
No.
titles are amazing. When I scroll
Yeah,
back, I'm like, "Oh,
I look forward because I don't know what you're gonna name them until they come out, and I look forward to
yeah."
it every week. Like, the Wicked one had me crying.
I had to like did you see that Jimmy Fallon and Ariana Grande like recreated that video?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, I think I
Yeah.
did see that, actually.
Yeah, and it's Ariana Grande is the one that sang her sister came down in a bubble. Oh
I
my
love that that's a
gosh.
real video and a real argument
Yes.
and,
Yes.
iconic.
So iconic. Yeah, I normally come up with honestly these names on the fly. Some of them are a bit like on the head, but others I'm just like, who am I? I'm a genius. I should be that person that names like Crayola crayon colors or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Or paint
absolutely.
colors. um what was your some of your favorite episodes this year, Casey?
So I let me pull up the ye old podcast here. I like the episode that we did on the Zach Bagans Museum, which I always
Yeah.
forget. This last year feels so long. I was like looking back. I was doing like a photo. I was gonna do a photo dump on Instagram and then I got distracted. But I was looking back on the year and I was like, I can't believe I did all those things this year. It feels like so long ago. Like the beginning of the year feels so long ago.
Yeah, it feels like two separate years within the
Yeah.
same year.
Yeah. But obviously I always enjoy the Spotify wrap up. That is a top episode I look
Yeah.
forward to now every year. Um, but let's see. The guest ones were some of my favorites too. That was fun.
Mhm. Yeah, lots of it's always fun to have like Casey and I love to yap, and we yap a lot besides the podcast. So it is fun to have other friends and people that also like to yap because it's just a
Yeah.
giant like we're just yapping, 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 and it's so much fun.
Yeah, which
And
I think
yeah.
also, oh, sorry, my bad.
No,
Didn't mean to
no,
cut you
you're
off
okay.
there.
You go right ahead.
Um the That's why I like so some of my favorite episodes that we do are any of the ones where we like review TV series, like The Boys this year. We like
Mhm.
wrapped up that one, well, for now, and it's great, and that's why I'm really excited to talk about Squid Games because I like have been going around to everybody and being like, "Have you watched this?" And then they're like, "No," and I'm like, "I need somebody to talk to about this."
Yeah.
Which is great, and this is why we have a podcast because then I could be like, "Oh my god, now I can just talk to somebody about this." I've been dying. Nobody has seen Squid Games, okay, and
Yeah,
I've
but
been dying.
you just watched season 1 for the first
I
time,
know.
right?
And I was
Yeah,
like, "How did it take me so long to watch this? It's so good."
I know. The only people I ever had to talk about it with was Diego and I watched it at the same time. And then my boss also watched it. So like those are the only people I've ever had to talk about it with. So I'm very glad that you blasted through season 1 and season
Oh,
3.
yeah.
I'm I'm like halfway through season 2 right now. So I'm almost there.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched I think me and Corey watched it, like, the day before Christmas or Christmas Eve or something,
Mm.
and then we finished
Mhm.
it, and then we, like, finished it right as season 2 was, like, releasing.
Oh,
And then we watched
nice.
season 2 within, like, 2 days. So, but I'm really excited, though, because they already announced that season 3 is coming out this year.
Yeah, I have thoughts about that, but we'll discuss that
I have
more in
thoughts
that
about it
episode.
too. Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
over in the next episode, but you have to finish watching it first because
Yeah.
you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm apprehensive right now, but maybe the rest of the season will change my mind.
But yeah, any of the TV episodes are my favorite. Like The Boys is like one of my favorite shows. So like anytime I just get to yap about a few of my favorite things, like The Boys.
Yeah. Yeah. I think some of my favorite episodes are definitely when we're like talking about an adventure that either one of us had or the other had, like we
Mm.
had together.
Hmm.
Like I still think one of my favorite like moments this year was when the episode, the It's a Sick New World episode, where we're
Yeah,
talking about other Jamie coming back to life
to
because
life.
of Poppy.
Yeah,
Like,
that girl does not
Jamie
play
is an
around about
icon for that.
Poppy.
We love
I
other
that
Jamie
also
here on this
I was gonna
podcast.
ask you too, what was your favorite, like, because I look when I was looking back at the podcast episodes, we did a lot of stuff this year, like,
We
together and
did.
individually. So
Yeah.
what was your favorite, like, what was one of your favorite, like, trips you did or, like, concerts or, you know
So I think for something that we did, like I did without you, was meeting Jensen Ackles. Was
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Mhm.
like,
Absolutely.
not only did I get to see him at two different conventions with my own eyeballs, but I got to hug him in Texas
Yeah, and give him a
and
good old sniff.
give him a sniff and a kiss. And magically not get arrested. Um, but I would say that's probably one of my favorite trips of this year. Because I love Texas. I think if I was going to live in a different state, it'd be Texas. And then I got to see the Supernatural cast and say hi to everybody. Got to see Baby. I got to have some family business beer. It was definitely, I got to drive a big ass truck. It was definitely like an iconic trip for the ages. But I think my favorite thing that we did together was definitely Mayhem,
Mhm.
because we got to see Bad Omens live. You, me, and Jamie all got to hang out like in person, and it's not just
Yeah.
you relaying information between me and other Jamie.
Me and the two Jamies,
Yeah.
we all got to meet up.
Yeah. It was Casey and the Jamies weekend for sure. And like Mayhem was just like such a good, like small festival experience. So it was
Yeah.
definitely a ton of fun. And also it like came that weekend was like the last weekend of no stress. So it was definitely really nice to just like hang
Yeah,
out and chill.
and then yeah, especially for you because you had, like, weddings and then
Yeah.
holidays and then all of that. Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree, but I had that was probably one of my favorite things we did together too.
Yeah.
Um, I think my favorite thing I did this year was Sick New World, um,
Yeah.
which I will never do again, but it's fine. I don't wanna talk about it.
I
Um,
know. I can't believe they canceled it. That's
I
insane.
know. I literally called Jamie and I was like, "I don't know what to live for anymore."
Yeah. You're like, life is
Um,
over.
life life is not worth living. But it was a lot of fun. It was like probably I mean, it was Actually, I would say that and like my birthday because I saw Bring Me the Horizon on my birthday, which was super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that was like another one, and then I went to a lot of concerts this year, but I saw Attila this year, and we were like
Mm.
super close, like second from the front.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I would say those are my top. I'm trying to think. I feel like I did so much this year, but also going to the Zach Bagans Museum was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I loved our Weeb Week extravaganza, even though it got cut a bit short. But it was so much fun because, like, I feel like you, me, and Wyatt in particular always like chat online in various situations. So it was really nice to like be in person and just all shenanigans that ensued. We all got fried by the sun. We all had a great time at Disneyland and Universal. So
Yeah, and
so much
Universal was
fun.
fun because it was like not crowded,
Yeah.
and that
And
was
even Disney
because the
wasn't
last time I
that
went to
bad.
Universal, that was
Yeah.
crowded.
Yeah. 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 When you get close to the holidays, forget it.
Ugh, yeah. What else? What else? I'm trying to think. I feel like I did so much this year, but so little. Also,
Yeah. I also really like um our birthday episodes. I feel like you and I are both really good. Like, we love our birthdays. Like, we love having a birthday and celebrating birthdays with friends and things like that. So, I love our episodes in particular because, like, especially this year, because I had a big birthday. I turned 30. And so mine was more like, I guess, I don't know how to explain it. I guess more serious. Whereas yours is like trying to avoid the impending doom of becoming 30.
ugh, I know. It's creeping up there.
But it's all good. But I am excited for your birthday this year because you're going to
Oh
be
my gosh, me
29.
too. 29. 29. Yeah, it's gonna be me all year long.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to call you on your birthday and just be like 29 and then hang up. That's all I'm going to say. I'll
29.
send you a voice message.
Twenty-nine.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep it until
29?
I'm 30, and then after 30, I will cry.
Yeah, it's okay. I just who was I talking to today? Oh, I was talking to one of my friends at work. Um and I was like, this I feel like this year might be harder than last year because now I've been quote unquote in my 30s for an entire year.
Yeah.
So that's a bit weird. Like,
And then
that's
now, like
weird.
now you're gonna be like in your 30s.
Yeah. I'm officially in. Like, I've been
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. There's no turning back now.
No. 30 nerdy and surviving.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm looking forward to this year, though. I feel like last year was like I did a lot of fun things, but also it was like a really crazy year for me. Um,
Yeah.
so I feel like this year I feel it. I feel good things. Hopefully, I don't know. Although it's been like already crazy, like this, just in the world this year. It's only day two and things are crazy, but
Yeah.
um, I am looking
Yeah,
forward
it
to this year.
mhm.
I'm trying to make listen. I've told a lot of people this, okay, and I'm gonna tell everybody else this. I'm gonna be 29 this year, okay? If
Okay.
I don't do anything with my life this year, by the time
29?
I'm 30, I'm just gonna start applying for
Mhm.
game shows. 29? I'm just gonna start applying for reality TV shows and game shows. So, but I feel this year I am going to do stuff.
Yeah, hopefully this year for both of us. Hopefully there'll be job changes. That's what I wish for both of us is job changes. We need to get out of retail. Retail's not where it's at.
Yeah.
Um
No,
for all
not
y'all
fun.
out there, if you can avoid retail at all costs. Don't do it. It's a trap. you get stuck for you're in your job for 8 years and you hate it. Not that I'm speaking from personal experience or anything,
Right, right.
just
Right, right.
theoretically.
Not from personal experience. I'm about to hit every day
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god, I've been here for 5, in March, I'll be 5 years," and I'm like, "Oh my god." That's so crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm currently working my way through year 9.
Yeah.
It'll be
Don't do
9
it, people.
whole years. Yeah, no, just avoid at all costs. So I feel like I can feel it in my bones. I feel what you're saying is like this year is definitely in an upward direction.
Mhm.
Um hopefully it's a good one. I'm almost at 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I feel
What?
that's yeah, that's a milestone I want to hit this year is 300. So if you haven't subscribed to youtube.com/Jamie Throws Confetti, um, go ahead and do that. Make my dreams come true. I'm hoping to be a little more steady on my YouTube channel too. Cause like when I was uploading before the shenanigans of the holiday, there was pretty steady growth. So maybe I am a gamer.
I know, I've been noticing, I keep getting notifications of you uploading,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's about damn time."
Yeah, all my spooky content that was supposed to go up before I left for the wedding. Um Actually no, I had all my stuff before the wedding. It was the stuff when I came back. I honestly
Mhm.
wasn't expecting to be one that tired. Like it wasn't even my wedding. I was just in it, but
Yeah.
like it was a
The
lot of work for that
flying and
week I was
ugh.
there. I also had to help plan the bachelorette and stuff like that, which I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved every second, but I was tired. And then that's when like work just like ramped up so much faster this year than it did last year. So my YouTube channel, unfortunately, is the first
Oh,
thing
yeah, dude. The
to get
holidays this year
dropped.
came so railingly fast. I was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
I can't," and then I'm like, I've been
Mm-mm.
sick for the last, 3 weeks, I feel like, so,
Yeah.
and I get my wisdom teeth out, and I'm like, "It's already Christmas, it's already the New Year."
It's
I'm glad
crazy.
it's over, but every year I'm always underprepared, and then I get sick, and then I'm miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was also sick this year too. Not as sick as I was last year, but it was still enough to just like I needed to just go to work, do what I got to do, come home and lay down. Like there was no other extracurricular activities.
Yeah. Yeah, I got wiped out this year. I think I had, the flu, and
Yeah,
I'm still
it was going
recovering,
around bad
but
this year.
yeah, it got me pretty gnarly. I was like, "I have not felt this bad in a long time."
Yeah.
But it's a new year. They were getting out of the sick season, so
Yep.
I feel like it's gonna be a good year. I'm really excited for TV and movies, and I have a lot of
Yeah.
concerts planned this year. Me and other
Mhm.
Jamie, we're gonna go to Poppy for my birthday.
I know, I'm so excited for you
Yeah,
guys.
I'm very excited. And then we're gonna go to Pierce the Veil and Spirit Box. And then I have Warp Tour I'm going to.
That's
So
exciting. You have to tell
I'm
obviously the podcast will be the first to know
oh,
how it is, but
absolutely.
I almost
But
got
I'm
tickets
very
because it's
excited.
over in Long Beach, but
Mhm.
I didn't want to pay that much money for a weekend, so I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have the
Luckily this
money
one
when
is
the
not
tickets came out.
yeah, luckily this one isn't as expensive as Sick New World was gonna be. But then they were like, just kidding, you wanted to save money this year, right? And I'm like, did I?
You're
Or
like,
did
yeah,
I
but
want
not.
happiness?
Yeah,
So it's fine. Me and Jamie have filled the void with Poppy, so that works too.
absolutely. Yeah, I think
But
this is
yeah,
the
I'm very
first year
excited.
that I don't have like big travel plans. Like I don't normally like I pretty much have my 3 weeks of paid vacation that I get from work like planned out before it even hits my account. I think this is the first year that I don't. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would really like to go back out to Tennessee because it's been a few years since I've done that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what we do this year. Obviously, we've got Universal is doing the I don't remember what they is it Fan Fest? Is that what they called it?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah, the
anime
anime,
weekends or
mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to go to that because I am officially an anime weeb. So we must do anime
We
things now. Um, y'all be so proud. I'm currently watching an anime that Casey hasn't started yet. So
what?
if you,
Oh, I know
yeah,
which one.
Dan Dan,
Yeah, Don Don Don.
and you'll be so proud.
I,
I'm watching
um
it in sub.
I haven't the only anime that I've been, like, watching is, like, Corey makes me watch Dragon Ball with him, but I haven't actually watched, like, an anime in a minute. I'm hoping so one of my favorite animes, there's only 1 season right now. It's called Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. It
Mm-hmm.
comes back on the 12th of this month, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm hoping that'll, like, kickstart me back into, like, watching some animes,
You need to finish
'cause
JJK,
I know, even though I don't want to,
even though
because
it's
it's
the
sad and
worst.
depressing, and I wanna
Yeah,
I don't
but I
wanna.
need you to be there with me, okay?
Yeah, okay.
My goal,
I'll be brave.
my anime goal for this year is to finish One Piece, but I'm not doing very good. So
Wait, what do you know what number you're on or, like,
I
approximately?
believe I'm at 311.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
that's
even halfway
insane.
there yet, but it is funny because my friend Joe started it like way after me, but because that is all he's been watching, he's
Mm,
already surpassed me. He's like
that's
100
crazy.
episodes ahead of me now. But I was
That
like,
is
"Listen, I am tired. I also
yeah.
have other things to watch for the podcast, so
Yeah, it's hard when you, like, have so many things you wanna watch and you're like, "I gotta prioritize what I need
yeah."
to watch right now."
And like Squid Game season 2 came out, so I'm like, "Oh, I gotta watch that." And then Virgin River season 6 came out, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta watch that." So there's a lot of like stuff that's finally rolling out that I'm like, "Oh, gotta watch that." So One Piece just kind of like gets pushed to the side a little bit.
I know, and this year too, also, because doesn't The Last of Us come back this year?
Yes, it does. Okay, there's so much
Oh,
Pedro content this coming year. I'm very excited, but also I'm not excited because it's The Last of Us season 2 and if it's anything like the game, I'm going to be
it's
depressed for a long time.
yes.
I will not
And,
be okay.
you promise?
I promise.
Okay. Uh,
Editing
yeah, no.
Jamie, edit that in. Edit the song in.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm excited because it's The Last of Us and Pedro, and
Ugh.
we'll still get flashbacks.
Yeah,
But
but I just okay, if you haven't either played the game or watched somebody play the game or had it spoiled for you, spoiler alert, like giant spoiler alert. Joel in The Last of Us dies at the beginning of game 2.
like
And
the
I
very beginning.
like literally the first like 5 minutes he dies brutally. And so my hope for season 2 is that they will fix it and he will not die in the beginning. He'll die either in the middle or the end. Because
Yeah.
that was my whole qualm was because Joel is my favorite character and I was looking forward to playing a second game as Joel and then he died. And then they made me play as the person that killed him and I was not happy at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's brutal. It's pretty
Yeah.
brutal. And
And
we will
listen,
be
Pedro
crying
already
over that.
died. Pedro already died on screen this past year in Gladiator 2.
Does
He
Pedro
died
ever
on the
live in anything he does?
No, no, he doesn't. So far, The Mandalorian is like the only thing he's survived in so far.
Oh, yeah, true, true.
And that's so far. Who knows? That's the other thing he's coming out. That movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out this year.
Oh my gosh, we're eating so good this year.
But what if he dies in that one too?
Oh my
I'm not gonna
gosh,
be okay.
don't say that.
Yeah, I know.
No, he
So
needs
we've got that
Grogu.
movie.
Grogu needs him.
Ugh. Yes, and I'm was apprehensive at first, but I'm also very excited. Is we're gonna see Pedro as Mr. Fantastic in the
Oh yeah.
Fantastic
Mhm.
Four,
I forgot about
along
that.
with Joseph Quinn, Eddie from Stranger Things. So I'm very excited to see the both of them in another movie together besides Gladiator 2.
And
So
Stranger
that
Things is coming out this year. Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I can't wait.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna be eating real good once the spring slash summer rolls around for sure.
Yes.
But also I may be depressed for a long time. It's
Yeah.
just a 50-50 shot. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be just be an episode of us cry.
Yeah, it'll just be like just crying in the background. It'll be for like it'll be you'll see the upload and it'll be like 3 hours long and you'll be like, are they okay? And the answer is no. We will be
The
crying
answer
the
is
entire
no. It's
time.
it's just an entire episode of us sobbing.
Of us sobbing in the background, trying to talk, going,
But I love him. Yeah. We are excited but not excited. It's gonna be oh, that show, that game, that series hurts,
yeah,
but it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to see all the stuff coming out this year, even if it means I have to be sad for a long time.
yeah, yeah. But it'll be sad, but it'll still be amazing television. So yes, lots of things to look forward to. Um, I was just scrolling through our podcast from this year. We did a lot. Like I think this is the most variety of anything we have had so far.
Yeah, we did a lot of different things this year.
Yeah. Yeah, like we did. Hopefully, my goal for this year too is to read more.
Mine too.
Um, yeah, so hopefully we'll do some reading and we'll get to talk a bit more books this year. I think we only talked books maybe a couple of episodes this past year. So hopefully we'll
Mhm.
get more of that in here. Maybe we'll get adventurous and you guys will get maybe like 5 episodes a month instead of just 4. Um we shall see because Casey and I are very like our again, don't get into retail if you want any kind of schedule because it's hard.
Yeah, and then things be changing, yeah. We
Yeah.
try our best. So,
We
I feel like
do.
we miss a couple days here and there, but we've been pretty consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
We really
pretty much
have.
most
I think
consistent thing I've ever done in my entire life, probably.
yeah, for sure. For sure. I have never even been this consistent on my YouTube channel. So yeah, the podcast definitely is the one thing we force ourselves to be consistent about.
Mhm.
And we really enjoy. We have to yap at least once a week. Let's see. Anything else? I can't think of anything else to add except that I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited to see what we
I'm
do.
excited too. I'm excited for yeah, all of the things and like shows and adventures that we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be
Mhm.
so fun. Maybe we can actually get other Jamie on the podcast. I don't know about that, but I'm trying.
Yes. All she needs is her freaking headphones and a cell
Yeah, this is my
phone.
petition. Other Jamie, I know you're listening. You're gonna be on an episode this
Yeah.
year.
Get in the podcast. We can talk about bad omens.
Yeah, exactly. And Poppy. So
And yeah, and obviously,
obviously,
we gotta talk about Poppy.
but yeah,
Also,
I'm
I was
looking
listening.
forward to this year.
Yeah, I can't remember what Poppy song I was listening to, but I love when she goes Poppy, and then it's just
I
like
know.
heavy metal.
And then she just screams. I love like so she was
Oh,
on Jimmy Kimmel with Knocked Loose. They did like it was
yeah,
like one of the music things. Dude, and she's so cute cuz she like will skip onto the stage and then just start screaming and I'm like I
scream.
love her so
Hmm.
much. She's so cute.
She's an
I
icon.
cannot wait.
Love that for her. But yes, I think that's it. Do we have anything else? Do you have anything else you would like to add?
I don't think
before
so. I
I
think that you
wrap it
guys
up?
all should follow us along on this journey
Yes,
of
make sure
2025.
yes, in the year of 2025, please follow us on this Two Nerds in a Podcast journey. So make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening, whether that be Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else that I decide to put this podcast at. Don't forget to share the episodes with all your friends and your family and your dog and your cat. Because the more people that listen, the bigger chance we have to be able to put a cheeky ad here and there, make some
Yeah.
money off this podcast. Not too
Save us
many
from our
ads because
retail
that's
job,
annoying.
please.
But yes, please bring us a new job. This will be the new job. We're just going to do the podcast, but we need you guys to help us get there.
Yes.
Don't forget to buy your official Two Nerds and a Podcast stickers over on my Etsy store. It's called the Pineapple Outpost, because they're fun and they're cool and they're waterproof, so you can put them on your water bottle. And I promise that they will hopefully not get lost in the mail like other Jamies did.
I love that
And if
hers just happens to get lost of
yeah,
all
and
of the
if they do
ones.
get lost, please tell me sooner than like a month and a half later. Oh, but I think that is
Ah,
all
Jamie's
we
funny.
have for you guys today. So we will see you in the next episodes.
Bye.
Bye.